Good day or good night, everyone, and welcome back to Crafting A to Z in our Creative 101 series. And this time, we are going to be building something that has been requested, and that is the 10 by 10 medieval house. So today, what we're going to be needing to build this 10 by 10 medieval house is stripped oak, a ladder, cobblestone, stone, andesite, oak plank, spruce trap door, oak stair, and an oak slab. Now to start this off, what we're going to do is actually come in 2 and then 2. So from the outer blocks, you're going to count up 4. And you're actually going to do this all the way around. So if you're building with the leaf blocks with me, if you mark it out your 10 by 10 area by whatever, you will actually bring it in your outer block, skip, in. And that's what you're going to do. And then you're going to fill all of this in to make your walls 4 high. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that you have all the way around this ugly, dull stone block that is 4 high, you're going to come in and just break some holes into it. Break it everywhere. I don't care where. I want it to be random. Just click until you don't want to click no more. And just click all around. Make this just some random mess. And then what you're going to do with this random mess is you're actually going to come through and you're going to grab your andesite and place it in some of these holes. And this is just going to give it as a worn look everywhere. So place your andesite in. And it gives it that broke up pretty much look. You don't have just a plain andesite area. And then what you're going to do after that is take your cobble. And you're going to put this in less places than your andesite. Because this gives it a crumbled look. And you don't want your build to look too crumbled unless you're going for that. Then add less stone and more andesite and cobble. Okay, so what you need to do next is actually punch holes through these walls. So what you're going to do is, when you're on the inside, punch this one and punch this outermost. And that's going to give you a look like this on the outside. And then, what you're going to do is punch directly in the middle. Now remember, this is inspirational. These window designs can change. You can also do big window here, big window in the back, and keep this blank. It is your decision. Now what you need to do is come through. We're going to place supports. And what you're going to do is actually, like I did, is place all the way around on the corners, and you're going to do 2 in the middle on each one. If you can get it right. And then you're going to come through, and everywhere you have that empty space, you're going to place that spruce trap door that we grabbed in the beginning. So this is where that is going to be used. And you should have a look somewhat like this. From above and from underneath, you should have a look like this. You now need to go ahead and grab your stripped oak ladder. And you're going to crouch it out all the way around. So, and the reason why you're crouching it out is you can't place unless you're crouching it out. And you're going to do one little layer all the way around your supports. Like that. And then what you need to go ahead and do and actually go 4 high. So just like that. And then you're gonna fill her in. And I'll be right back once she's filled in. Once you have her filled in, just like this, what I'm gonna need you to do is actually come through and punch 4. And you're gonna skip 2 and punch 4 again. These are gonna be your windows. Now you will have windows on, oh, not there, skip 2 and punch. We'll have windows on this, but we're gonna do those last, as it's gonna be a little different since we're gonna have a roof on there, and you will see why. So what I want you to do now is actually, we're gonna take a trip back over here. We made a slight mistake, because since we're also gonna need spruce stairs and spruce slab. You'll see later on in the video where we're actually going to use our oak slab. And we'll also need our spruce fence, which that's going to be our window block, which we'll do later also. Oh, let me grab our spruce stairs. So what you need to do now is you're going to skip 1 place, get 1 place, 2, and 3. You should get something that looks just like that. And it looks plain Jane as of right now, but it's going to come together. You'll see. And then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We did it. Now grab your spruce, and you're going to carry this all the way along. And then you're going to come up, and it's like it was made for it. And you're going to go all the way along. And yes, you're going to stick out on both sides. And I will be back once we continued it on both sides. And what we're going to do is actually just carry it up to this height. Okay, everyone. So we have finished on both sides, going all the way around with this spruce stairs. And now what we're going to do is actually fly to the top and grab our spruce slab, and that is what's going to actually continue through on this roof. And pretty much what that's going to do is that's going to flatten us off instead of having it at a point, which is, points are not that much medieval, and it just looks good. So once we do that, we're going to actually come through and grab your spruce stairs, and we're going to place underneath like this. And that's going to give it less of a jagged look, because we're not really going for that jagged look. I'm going to bring it all the way up. That smooths it out. Then let's take our spruce stairs and let's add them in as our fence, as our windows. And also come here at the top and let's go ahead and add that as well. Give it a little bit of a shake up, as break up that flatness that was up here. And you're going to continue this all the way around, as well as down at the bottom. So you're going to come into your place, your little first floor that we did way early in the beginning. And as you can see, I am having so much trouble placing it in. And we're going to do it like so. And as you can see, it's kind of pulling our build together. Now what we want to do is actually come back with our spruce doors. And what we're going to want to do is get some windows coverings on here. So what you want to do on this one is you can do it flat like that. You can have it open in the process of opening up like that. Your choice how you want to do this. Give it some feel. What I would say would look better is if you actually did it on this side. If you want to follow exactly what I'm doing, I would do it without breaking anything, as you can see I'm doing, and doing it like that. And that pretty much makes it look like it opens from that side. Gives a little motion. And then on the bottom, what you can do is actually place your logs down and have it opened up. Give it a kind of a nice little feel, like it's being lived in. It's not something that's, you know, just there. And then what you can do here is place your blocks and place it like this. And the reason why on the bottom floor I'm doing it unlike the top is it's on the second floor. It is harder to get this open. Say they're grabbing a pole to do it. So it's easier just to grab it and open it like this. And then on the bottom, they can actually lean out their windows and do it like themselves. And what you can do is most likely do one side open and one side close. It is your feel that you want to do with it. And the tops, we're not going to add anything. It's pretty much that's how it's going to be. And then on the back we can do, you know, something similar. Do it the semi-open, or we can do like on here, place that down, place that, and let's see, we're actually going to have to do this first. Oop, broke another one. Do it somewhat like that, like it's in the process of being open again. Like the other side, but more got opened. I mean, less got open on this side. Gives it life, and I like life. So what we can do now to continue up this outside is actually, let's get rid of our border. As you can see, our roof does come to the edge of the border. And let's actually add some bushes in. Bushes in of our own. And then what we can do is continue it around. And that gives it a little bit more life. We can, you know, add some height to it. We can come in and actually add some torches like this. Or we could actually put it in ourselves. Like that. And then we can add some height with our bushes. Obviously it's not needed. This is pure choice. And do something like that. It gives it a little life. We can also grab in some barrels. And we're going to need that ladder later. And you can actually take out like this. And get 2 stacked high. Like that. And let's place something like this. And get some barrels going. Like, you know, it's being used. Everything here is being used. And do something like that. We can do something like this. And give it a little bit more life. And, I mean, if you're building this in survival world, that gives you storage that you didn't have. And it just works into the look that we're going for. So what we need to do now is actually grab our oak stairs and oak slab. And then take it on inside. So what you want to do is do something like this with the stairs. And do something like this as well. So it gives you that kind of look. And this is where you're going to actually need your slabs. I'm going to do something like this. Can't do it here. Can't do it here. And then what we're going to do is actually grab our ladder. Let's come take a trip out here and grab it. And then you can break this corner and go on up. And that gives you look like this. Let's take that out as that was a mistake. And you can also come in and place like this everywhere there's the stairs on the outside. You are going to be left with this, but you can place chest over it. I'll do an ending look at the end. And then up here, what you want to do is the same thing we did on the bottom floor, and you want to get your beams going. And you're going to place it just like this as well. And that gives you, that beam look, which looks really nice, and it opens it up. And then what you want to do is, on this, you can add a ladder in. And that goes into your second floor, which, as you can see, it's not going to work right there. So let's actually close that back up, and let's do it directly in the middle. Punch that out, and there you go. Leads up to your second floor, which can be your bed or just storage or whatever. And you're pretty much done with this floor as well. Let's take a trip down. And for the bottom floor, which I recommend, is birch. It is your choice. And I also recommend a spruce door. And as I always say with the doors, this is also your choice for what you want to do. Do something like that. You can also bring something in like this. All your choice of what you want to do. This is your house. Take the inspiration and run with it. So what I would recommend doing to break up a lot of what you see on this roof, because it is just plain, I do recommend doing something where you just get some vines going in. It's overgrown pretty much. Just get a good nice look to it. You can have it trail over. You don't need it to trail over. Just so we can break it up. Do something like that. That gives you that look. And that is actually all that you have to do. If you want to put side windows in, you are able to. You can. Like I did say at the end, we'll come in and add them. What I would do is actually just these two long ones in like so, and like that. And then you could also, if you want it, come in and put your shutters on like that. You can have it where it lifts up like that. However you want to do it, just make it look realistic. And that is all, my crafting people. And I think we did very well this time, as you can see. And let's do that one last walkthrough. And I'll see you in our next build.